Hello and welcome. Hopefully we won't have any technical issue or problems. So before we start, I will do an overview of what this video is about. So if you're not interested, you can skip the video or to the part of the video you find interesting. And there will be timestamps at the bottom in the description or chapters. Depending on how I will code the video. So we will start with an overall event tour of the Shadowverse Festival, okay, and which was yesterday at Akihabara, at the Belsar Akihabara. And then we will go with the impression of the 4 games I played but I will tell you there's no footage, there's no in-game footage, because it was forbidden to take footage. So if you're looking for game footage, I think you can find some footage in the last part of the live stream that they had, in which there was Rage by Kamenohashi, and they did the 3 matches best of 1 for the finals of the event with the new Shadowverse game World Beyond. So the analysis I will do won't have footage. We will use the website here, so we can check what's in the what cards and some other stuff according to the match I played with my personal experience. Then I will show you some merchandise, or maybe there's about Dreizehn, because this channel is about Shadowverse and Dreizehn, so Dreizehn and more Dreizehn, because why not? And lastly, there will be a giveaway. So the 4-part video, overall tour of the event, the impression of the 4 matches I played, and with details and impressions, small look at the merchandise, and a giveaway for if you're still watching. So without further ado, let's start them, okay? So okay, overall event, maybe how long have we been in Japan with small intro, okay, that's good. So I've been the first time I came in Japan, it was in 2005, so it's 20 years ago now, and I came searching for work, so more or less it's been 19, almost 20 years I've been here in Japan. And I think I got my visa in 2006, the end of 2006, yes. So that's it's been a long time here in Japan. And I have a video of the overall, of the ground floor of the event, because we'll start watching the stuff. So I will explain while we show the video. So that should do it. I will remove the audio for this one because it's really noisy. There was this maxi screen that was really annoying. And one moment, where is the volume? Where is now here? Okay. So Belsar Akihabara is this space and some inside that you see here. It's on ground floor, and then the event also was on the basement floor and the first floor, so the one above ground floor. We go in Japan, the ground floor, we go first floor, and we go the one above the ground, we go the second floor. So first floor in Japan is ground floor. But anyway, this is this place, which is literally in the main Akihabara street. It's used very often for events, and I would dare say, each week there's something different, and it's so it changes very often. And this is the ground floor, and as you see here, and between these columns, there was the cooking booth, the cooking car or cooking van where they serve drinks, and there was the merchandise book. We will have a look later. Then, there was this huge maxi screen, and the people you're seeing lying here, these are mostly lying for Oshite Hesse, Tell Me Yes, Tell Me Ace, which is the Ace, if you know, is the mascot that will teach you the game with the AI and something like that. But we will explain everything better in detail. Then there were different lines also for the cosplayer events. This here was the prediction for the Rage Kamonohashi event, so you could vote for your favorite, and at the end, if you win, if you choose the winner, then you could have been selected for an autographed, don't say postcard, but I mean some autographed merchandise by all the participants. And on the left, on the right, for we on the right first, these were panels with the characters, and the cosplay event took stage here. They basically removed the two central panels, these two with Dreizehn and this Wars Master one, and with real cosplayers. We will have a look at the video later. And you go further down the alley, and we'll soon see now, and there is the game area. It was forbidden to take photo, and you see just behind here the man with the mask. Let's see if I can get a better shoot at this. No, it's covered by the game mask, but anyway, it seems game gods no toruku yobi kiroku wa go enryo kudasai. So it says basically do not take pictures or videos of the screen. And it was 4 rows, and one is covered at the moment, this panel, but we'll see later another picture from the official screen. It was 1 row of PC, 2 rows of mobile phones. So you see these 2 rows in the middle, just the one behind this man head at the center. They were playing on mobile, the mobile version. And this one on the top left, PC. So there were PC, mobile, and PC. So PC at the extremities and mobile version at the middle. I played both, and we will talk this later. And then here there was Oshete Ese, or Tell Me Yes, and this was an interactive installation. I think I have a vertical video here rather than an horizontal one, and in which there was this touch panel that you see just where is this guy located, and you could touch the panel. You could ask questions at ACE about the upcoming game. It was divided, I think, in 3 categories. There was tell me more about the characters, tell me more about the park, and tell me more about the classes. And they've picked tell me more about the characters, and they picked Dreizehn and ACE. But we will see this a little bit later. And this is mostly the stuff that was on the ground floor. And again, just behind this area on the street, there is the merchandise booth and the food van where you could get the drinks and other stuff. I should have also another video which also shows the stamp library, which is the second thing I want to talk at the moment. Let me see which should this is the merchandise booth. Okay, so again, no audio at the moment. So I think here I showed the beginning. So okay, that's it. When the first thing you see here, it's War Beyond Senko Taiken Bankai, and this is the ticket you get for playing. For applying for playing the test version. And there were the blue ones, it says mobile, and the red ones says PC. And if you see just below the PC, there are two options: is Taijin Sen or CPU Sen. So you could choose if you want a human opponent or play against the CPU. And we will talk about how much waiting times and whatever a little bit later in the video. But basically, you had the first time in which you have to stand by, get ready, and then was the play time. But actually, it wasn't really 30 minutes because this time also included preparatives and writing a questionnaire. We will explain this a little bit more later when we will talk about the matches. And this one next is the stamp library, and basically at each floor, depending on the number of activities, you could collect a stamp, and according of the number of stamps, you had a lottery in which you could get some free goods. And here, so it's this van you see here, This van was the food van that had the drinks. And this is before it opens. So people here are just lining to take the tickets I got here. I mean, I've done so many waiting lines. I mean, we'll explain that later. But anyway, so this is the food van, and that was giving the drinks that personalized at each theme with each character. And this is the booth stand, the merchandise booth, but it was not open yet when I reported this footage. So they're still making preparatives because, again, they're really early to get in the line and get the tickets. So, and let's talk about the. I mean, we discussed it a little bit about waiting lines. So maybe it's. Let me explain how it works. So. As you noticed, I showed you earlier the stamp library, and basically each activities, I mean, people to get the stamp have to do a lot of activities. Okay, the point is for each activities there was an incredibly long waiting line, and everything has a waiting line. So you want to take pictures to the cosplayers that there were scheduled time in which you have to see the cosplayers, and you couldn't do just one wait line to take pictures of all three cosplayers. No, there was the waiting line for Dreizehn alone, for two-shot cosplayers, and then the Swordmaster cosplayer, and then you have a waiting line for OCTS, which is Tell Me Ace, or then you have a waiting line to get the ticket to try the trial version of the game, the beta version of the game, or the test version of the game, you want to call it, for War Beyond. And then there was a waiting line for the merchandise booth, and there was a waiting line for, well, I mean, it was a waiting line festival. I mean, seriously, because each activity has a different waiting line. I think the longest that waited was 2 hours and 15 minutes to try Tell Me Yes, Tell Me Ace, and I mean, it was completely optional, but I really wanted to try all the stuff, because I mean it was, I went there from 8 in the morning and I get out at 9 p.m. after watching the finals and whatever. But anyway, so I mean, I think I waited in total more than 6 hours and a half just to do all the stuff there. So it was tiresome. It was brutal. Lot of people, and everyone was doing the lines, and when they finished one line, would start doing the other line. I mean, chaotic, but overall an amazing experience. So we show the merchandise booth. Let's show Shady Ace, and I think I can show you. I can maybe have you listen to some audio here, but not so much, because the problem is it was really boomy. Because I mean, I was recording from the mobile phone. But let me tell you how these things work. So basically. Okay, let's see a little bit. And she say, hello, nice to meet you. My name is Ace, and I'm really happy to meet you today. No, and she presents you as your senpai. Yeah, you know, we are in Japan, so she will say, I'm your senpai, but yeah, anyway, so. And say, feel free to ask me everything, so. Because I'm your senpai. I mean, we just entered it. I mean, if you like all this moe culture, there was this thread on Reddit recently about fan servicing and other stuff. I mean, just Ace that tells you I'm your senpai. I mean, I can foresee people's going crazy for this stuff and I mean screaming, yes, I'm your kawaii Ace or whatever. So, but anyway, so. And then she asks you, tell me what you want to know. Well, she said, I will do my best to answer your question even if I don't know everything. And anyway, she invites you to touch the panel. You hope that she will invite you to touch some other part of her bodies, but no, instead she invites you to touch the touch panel and select what you want to know. As I told you, there was 3 options. And you could choose about characters, about the park, and about the classes. And you have 2 questions maximum. So I choose characters, and I pick the Dreizehn and Ace. If you want to have a look, we can have a look. So since we are here, maybe why not? And let's see. Okay, I'm going to say which characters do you like most, and say, okay, so you pick a Dreizehn, and this is when I select Dreizehn, okay? Dreizehn.
彼女はネメシスクラスのリーダーで二丁拳銃を武器とする少女です。
And she's the leader of the Nemesis class and uses 2 double pistols.
リーダーたちが集結する狼の宴では仲間を作るために皆さんへ対話を呼びかけているようです。
I don't remember how this is translated in English. Maybe the wolf something, but anyway, it should be the name of the group in which all the characters more or less ends to gather up or whatever. I mean, I've yet to check correctly how it is translated in English, because I mean, I usually tend to follow this stuff mostly in Japanese, because I mean, not only I live in Japan, but for me it's useful. I don't know. I can say it's useful for improving my language. Yeah, and also watching content creators directly in Japanese, and maybe when you play with people, you know what to do and what to say. Because I mean, the cards at the end of the day are named in Japanese, and this is not only for this game. I mean, in general. So, but anyway, I have to. But I think yes, she said that basically, Dreizehn is what will be the leader of this. A group or rebellion, and then I think she doesn't say anything much more about it, if I remember correctly. Yes, and that's it. I mean, that's it. And then she said, do you want to know something about something else? And says, I want to know about you, Ace. Okay, and then she says, I want to know more about you.
Shadowverse Worlds Beyond の世界ではあなたの先輩です。
And she just says, I'm your senpai.
聞きたいこと、知りたいことはぜひ私を頼ってください。
And you can count on me whenever you want to know something.
いかがでしたか?
And then she salutes you. And for this, I have to wait 2 hours and 50 minutes. And you can imagine, because if each person stays for 2 minutes, plus the time you enter the booths and leave the booths and get the stamp, it's 3 minutes per person. So 10 person is 30 minutes, 20 person is 1 hour. And I mean, just you have 50 person before review, it's 2 hours. So I mean, but I don't know, I know it was completely maybe skippable or whatever, but I mean, I wanted to go and check it since I was there. And so maybe also to show this to you. Maybe you could find it interesting, or maybe you were curious. So I mean, I think it was worth. But I mean, it was the longest waiting line because there was only one panel. I mean, maybe 2 of panel they would have halved all the waiting line in and reduced times drastically. But this was just only one of this. So that's it. Then I mean, we can talk about, let's finish the ground area with the cosplay. And so we start with Dreizehn. And so basically there were 3 lines, not 3 lines, but there were a really long line. But basically at the end, you were put into a 3 lines, waves in 3 waves, more or less. And then the first wave was taking pictures, then it goes away. Then the second wave's taking pictures and go away. Then the third wave, and by the time the third wave is gone, then another wave, the other 2 waves were back so it was cyclical. They were doing basically in waves. So I'm waiting for my turn because this is the wave before me, these guys. And then here, so you see the stuff is basically telling you when to start and when to stop. And she basically, the cosplayer, the wave was divided in left, middle, and right. So the cosplayer would look at 10 seconds on the left, and 10 seconds on the center, and 10 seconds on the right. And you have basically, I think, more or less 30 seconds or something like that to take your pictures and whatever, and then GG. So we can check about the Dreizehn cosplay a little bit. I think the cosplay was Yunochi, which also take part later on in the speech with the Raid Tekamonoashi event. And I think she also went to the final, if I remember correctly. Yes, she went to the final, and then she was destroyed by Kamonoashi. But anyway. So she's looking left first, which was my. And you see this guy is counting down, and then you have to move to the center and whatever, and I mean the cosplay was nice, but something I haven't really liked much about the cosplay is that the boots and the stockings and the socks, or whatever you want to call it, they were sewed directly with the legs. So basically, as you can see here, there's this sew line. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor in there, but if you see the leg, there is this sew line, and basically all the legs and the boots and the design was a huge stockings, basically handmade stockings. So this was not real flesh. I mean, so you couldn't see the flesh of the cosplayer, the meat. I don't know, meat sounds like whatever. I think it's flesh. The correct answer. I mean, English is not my native language. I mean, but I will do my best anyway. So there was this sew line on the legs, which I didn't really particularly loved. I mean, I would have preferred them to be separate with pure flesh exposed. I mean, because it I don't know, it just didn't felt really natural. But I mean the weapons, I mean, are fucking amazing. So is the wig. I mean, she's cute, and I mean there's a lot of love and details. I mean it's well, I mean, it's official cosplay, so well. Anyway, that sounds really, 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 really nice, isn't it? So hopefully you saw this, right? Yes, because I didn't. Sorry, and just to be sure, because I used the preview, the in-game preview rather than but that should have been displayed on screen. So just for double checking, yeah. So we will see this here. Hand here, sorry. Because instead of opening by QuickTime, I used another preview, but it should have been grabbed by OBS software, just to be better safe than sorry. So, and then there is 2 shots. We call in Japan 2 shots because there are 2 people in the shootings. And so this was a different waiting line. So after that, I had to do another different waiting line and all the other stuff. And that's it. So this I mean, yeah. You can enjoy this. This was really, really, really nice. And I mean, the quality of this other one is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they both were gorgeous. They both were gorgeous. Also the wigs and everything. I mean, absolutely no complaint at all. So in case you were curious, okay, now they are looking on the right, because this time this was taken from the right position, and they finally looking from the right in camera. Okay, very nice. But that's it. That's more or less it. And 30 seconds. So maybe you have to wait 30 minutes to take 30 seconds of footage. But I mean, you got to do what you have to do. No, right. Then the main stage below was, you couldn't take footage during the events because they were streaming or whatever. So you couldn't even take stream of the stage below, of the floor below, which was the main stage. But I have a picture, because yesterday I posted this maybe you should be able to see this, right? Yesterday I posted this thread on Reddit before the official translation was released, which I later taken down because the official translation was later released, because I was attending the question and Q&A. And this is before the Q&A starts, just to have a look at the main stage, because this was, I mean, between events or between panels, how they call them in Japanese. I mean, you could take pictures, but anyway, there's nothing on stage and whatever. So it's mostly useless. And let's see if I can zoom here. Maybe I should open with preview. Let me see. Let me see if I can zoom. So, and there was a countdown This is covered by the head of this person, but it says next. It's really out of focus. And then Shadowverse World Beyond Question and Answers. And then on the right, on the top one, like say 1221, but it's really blurred. The dub, you can see it says how many times left was from the oh boy, I made a mess. Okay, from the video. So that's more or less the main stage, and these were the front seats, and then there was space to stand. I mean, without seats on the back, but it wasn't so much big. I think probably maybe 300 person, 400. I don't know. I mean, it was not so huge. Maybe 500, something like that. I don't know. And then there was the second floor instead. The second floor, there was an exhibition. Well, let's call it an exhibition, but and there were 3 areas basically. There was the stamp library gift retrieval area, in which you could retrieve your gift when you collect all the stamps. And there was the play area for Shadowverse Evolve, the card game, and then there was the play area for normal Shadowverse with mobile phones. Okay, so not the Worlds Beyond one, but normal Shadowverse, the version we have at the moment, and you could play with other friends. And there was the line to get into these areas. And the good thing is that if you spend time there, but waiting to get your tables and whatever, you get another stamp for the library. So I mean, painful. That was a long wait. But there was at the walls on the outside, there was an exhibition. Let's call it exhibition. But yeah, I think exhibition. Where is second floor exhibition card tables. So there was this exhibition with panels. Let's say plexiglass or we call it acrylic stand, but huge acrylic stand of the characters. Maybe not the volume, because I mean this is super noisy, and it was all around the walls. Isabel, Cherries, etc. And then on the walls, all the expansions, all the PAX expansion that Shadowverse had with dates of events, all the tournaments they've held, and what happened in that year, no? And during the lifespan of the events, what happened, the most important, events, tournaments, activities, and I mean, just basically all the history, this 9-year history of Shadowverse. And in these panels that were going around the walls, and lastly the remaining 5 characters from Yuan, etc., Luna, and so on. And these were you see here, waiting lines, stamp library, going to the table room, whatever. And this is where the table room where you can play card games here. And on the other half, the half close to the wall on the back, there you can play with your mobile phone. And if you didn't have the game installed, or if you didn't have the card deck, they would have rented for free card deck or the mobile phone to play. So that's it on the second floor. And I think with this we covered all the floors. So just to have a small recap, second floor exhibition with the card games and the stamp library. Then we have on the first floor the main stage. Let me maybe reopen the video so you can see. Overall tour. Oh boy, I'm getting really main stage. No, that's not this. Before Bernard. Overall tour, that's it. Jesus. So, second floor, card game and whatever. First floor, outside areas with panels, merchandise booths, food caravan, maxi screen, people gathering, waiting, entrance with the panels, which also is the cosplayer layer, the cosplayer area, the test version play area, and tell me yes. And lastly, on the last floor, on the bottom floor, the main stage. Okay, the main stage, and that's it. That's it. Then also something of interesting, or was this on the second floor? It was not covered, but I see I have the picture here, so maybe there was this huge screen with the main art. But anyway, that's small detail. But anyway, that should cover everything about the event in per se. So we can go to the second part of the video, and which is the impression of the games. Before we start, let me give you my background with Shadowverse, so we are really clear. I have been playing a lot of card games in my life. I'm 47 and I started playing Magic the Gathering when I was 13. So I think I know a things of true about card games. Not the best player in the world, but I've been playing them. But I skipped most of the main Shadowverse, because when Shadowverse was released, even if I was already in Japan, there was something else that had my interest at the time. So I then started approaching Shadowverse a little bit later on, but I didn't want to invest to get all the other expansion back, and because at that point the entry expense would have been way too. You could say you could play as free to players and play the latest expansion and whatever, but I just maybe almost haven't played it at all, and I was waiting for the next version actually, and it happened. Just right now that Bazaar seems like it's failing miserably with their new monetary policy or whatever. Just happened to be the second Shadowverse version, and Dreizehn, just took my. So I'm a noob regarding Shadowverse. I've played a little bit the first one. I know the basics, the mechanics. I do my homeworks before going to the event, studied the decks and whatever. But experience in card games, but experience directly with Shadowverse, almost none. So, or maybe just mostly with CPU for the story mode or whatever. So, not exactly a huge veteran. Okay, surely I'm more than a Kawhi than a senpai. So let's get that out of the way. Regarding that, I did the line 2 times to play the game. I got my first entrance at 10 and something, as you see in the picture in the video earlier, and then I got my second entrance around 7 p.m. So almost before they closed, just in time, I would say, to do the second match, and the second one was on mobile. So both of the times against human opponents, so was against a player, and it works like, if you've seen the videos, let me grab the maybe it's better shown on the official Twitter JPEG rather than my video. So if you can see in the PC screen, so basically you were facing your opponent directly. So let's say I was sitting here in the front, my opponent was directly on the back. So there was no matchmaking. It was not available, the matchmaking, but you made the room and you dealt the person in front of you the number of the room you made, or was the opposite, the person telling you the room and you could play. So as I told you, it was supposed to be 30 minutes per person, but this includes preparatives, it includes taking the seat, waiting for the explanation, playing the game, and then cleaning up and do the questionnaire, because there was a questionnaire at the end. So actually, I had the time to play 4 matches at all, just 4. And I lost my first. The second matches, 4 matches at all, divided 2 sessions. So in the first session, the morning, which I did on PC, I lost my first game, and the second game was interrupted before we could finish it. And the same things happened in the second wave when I was playing on mobile, in which I won the first match. But the second match we couldn't finish because there was no enough time, even if you had 30 minutes. So this tells you a lot. So I think actually it was more or less 15 minutes that you could play, more or less 15, say from 15 to 20, something like that, excluding the questionnaire and some other stuffs and the explanation and whatever. So I mean, one match at the end of the day was quite long. I mean, because in 15 minutes, 20ish, you don't finish 2 matches. I mean because I've seen some comments now that they say the Super Evolution basically now should makes matches ultra fast, but I didn't felt that was necessarily the case. But anyway, we will analyze the matches in detail in a little bit, because there's something else I want to tell you. First, let me see. So I said I played on PC on Opponent, on the 2 human opponent, PC and mobile. And one more thing about opponents, that in the first, when you play with PC, due to the way the layout of the room is, that there is this huge screen in front of you, you don't really talk with your opponents. And you put your headset, that also the mobile headset, the mobile area has headphones, but you don't have the chance to talk. Instead, when I played with the other opponent, before we started, I asked them, both of them were Japanese, of course. I asked them, I mean, do you prefer that we speak in Japanese, of course, or do you want to listen to the music? And it was really kind. I told you, I mean, for me it's fine, everything you decide, but I mean, you decide and I will adapt. And then he was really nice and said, no, I also want to talk, because I mean, we can listen to the music whenever we want, but instead talking with your opponents real time, it's not an opportunity you have all the time. So the second match was really good, because in addition to my real time, to my feedback that I'm about to give, I also had the feedback of this person while we were playing. So from his point of view, which is something that usually you don't have when you play online. So that was a really nice addition. And before we dive into the matches themselves and how they were and whatever, I want to have a small discussion about the main menu, because as you've seen from the picture, because this also went from Reddit and some other stuff, I mean, the main menu was everything were Dreizehn. And there were 3 things only available. Let me see if I open this in preview, if I can zoom in. So there was solo play, the battle, which is the second one, and the home screen. It is just basically 3 buttons. All the other ones were grayed out. And I didn't touch the solo play because I was playing battle. And the battle, I told you, there was no multi-match. So it was you made the room, and I think if you go to solo play, then there's no story there. I mean, the story should have probably grayed out, and you just had the practice match with the CPU. But anyway, what I want to do was not about this, but about the animation that some of you have seen from Twitter already, and also on Reddit, and which is this Dreizehn animated live 2D. So let's talk about a little bit about this. So gorgeous. I mean, on the screen, really fluid, amazing. And when you tap on the menu or the background, or you click, I mean, she raises the guns like this way and says something. Every time something different. Maybe she has 5 or 6 patterns. I mean, I've clicked on her several times, and the animation is super smooth. And when she talks, the labials or whatever, I don't know if they will match the labials to match the English or whatever. But I mean, one thing that hit me is that from the intro of the video, the PV that we have seen in YouTube or whatever, I mean, she sounds a little bit like Carissa or whatever, talking about making bonds or whatever. Instead, and the phrases she has on the menu, I don't know if you played Nick, Goddess of Victory, but she is really rappy, like I don't know if you know Rappi from Goddess of Victory, but I mean, it's really Rappi-like. Really, really like Rappi. So, I mean, this was something that struck my attention. So, for the selection of the phrases and whatever, I mean, seems like to have a small little Rappi on the screen, or Rappi like Dreizehn or whatever, which is, I mean, the overall impression was different from the one I had from the video. And that's about it. And you can discover the rest by yourself. And let's talk about the matches. So now, I think this is probably the things you want to hear most, right? So I played Nemesis. It's called It's called. I say Nemesis because Nemesis is the name in Japanese. Portalcraft. The English name is Portalcraft, and I played Portalcraft 4 times because I mean Dreizehn. No, you don't need more reason than Dreizehn. Dreizehn is everything. So I played Portalcraft 4 times, and the first match, the match I lost, was a mirror match. The opponent also took Portalcraft, and I mean, the thing that struck me most of the first match, I mean, there's several things I remember, but first of all, I was a complete noob of the fucking game. Even if I studied the card, I played Shadowverse 1 a little bit. I have my background in card games, but my time was a little bit off in the first match. I mean, and also the knowledge of the deck. Because one thing is looking at some cards, and one other thing is playing it. And the reason the turning point of the game, which then marked my loss, because I think I had more or less 15 L point, but then it was bad turn of events that then led me to my destruction, is that my opponent had 2 Orcus, basically. He had 2 Orcus, so in the first turn he put the Orcus, and I answered to the Orcus. I think you call that answering, right? Here, I checked some lingo in Shadowverse. I think you call that answering. But anyway, I answered or responded to the Orcus with another Orcus, cleaning the Orcus and whatever. But then he had a second Orcus, which is super evolved. And I didn't have an answer to that. I didn't have an answer because while you have a lot of board control with Portalcraft, with all the puppets, I mean, in this deck, you for removal, I think you have Fido. If you evolve it, you kill. But that's just 1 card, no. And Orcus put 4 cards. But 2 are puppets to get destroyed. But when she came on online and you super evolve at that moment, she has 4 puppets, and including itself, she has itself the taunting puppet with 1/6 and whatever, and then the 2 temporary one, and he dropped 2 of them, so it was 8 on the screen. Not 8 on the screen, but 2 waves of 4. I responded to the first one, but anyway, it was intense. Really quick turn of event. I didn't have an answer for the second, but it was good practice. And something that I noticed is that, again, I'm talking as a pure noob. But this is something also reflected in my third game, because let's talk a little bit of the third game, and then I will explain this, because maybe it's easier to understand. Okay, on my third game, so which I played on mobile, I was playing against a dragon. And I feel a little bit sorry for Dragon, because he didn't get any ramp card, the dragon sign, no dragon sign. And which is Liu Feng, the one that when you upgrade, yes, is Liu Feng. He didn't get any Liu Feng neither, so he didn't ramp up. And on this third match, with my third match, but this first match with him, the one I want, it was me to have 2 Orchids, one after another. And he answered the first, but he couldn't answer the second. So this led me think something, and which is, there is some more gambling element, I think, with the Super Evolution, but I'm talking about a Super Knob. Because, I mean, you can be in a position to have 2 really good Super Evolution cards ready, and your opponent doesn't have the answer for them having played them in succession. Okay, so the other 2 matches instead that were unfinished, but one of the reasons that they were unfinished is that they didn't end on turn 8. So both of these matches ended on turn 8 or 9, I mean, after the double Orchid, Portercraft Orchid in succession. The first time I lost, and was my opponent to draw double Orchid, and on the other one it was me to draw the double Orchid, and they both matches ended around round 8 or 9, but the other 2, they were well drawn and prolonged. I mean, and the other 2, they were both against shadows. So I don't know if this has to do with shadows in particular, or if it was because we didn't have this. I don't know. None of us has this advantage of having the double nemesis, and while the other doesn't have an answer for the double nemesis or whatever. But they were much more prolonged, and we were saving our evolution, the second super evolution and whatever, and we played way more strategically, and it was way longer, the match, that to the point it didn't end. None of that. So, I mean, well, let's say that the cards are few, and this is the first expansion and the power level or whatever, but from the impression that I had is that if you have the right card, because I mean, I've seen some streamers also, I mean, it was Kamanoashi in the last match of the final that he used the Super Evolution on a skeleton and just to go on the face. Just for the +3 damage, but I mean, that's not really powerful. I mean, that's just I would call it, maybe it's a lightning bolt in Magic the Gathering, just take 3 damage on the face or whatever, but I mean, if you have a really game-changing card, I mean, the Super Evolution, it's really impactful. I mean, you feel the value. You really feel the value. I mean, there's this huge feeling of this moment of power that it's when you do the Super Evolution I think it feels more than the normal evolution in the normal game, because maybe this particular set of cards are really powerful, or they were selected to give you this input or whatever. But I mean, it's a little bit more than a +3/+3 if you use it on the right card, and it can be really annoying. I also used the Mecha Cavalier Evolution, and this card is fucking annoying too, because it creates copies of themselves. And these two, I mean, even if it's 5, Jesus, that's also felt really something and annoying as hell. And not to mention that when you super evolve, you have this immunity or whatever. I mean, so it's really powerful. And as I say, also gambling. I mean, because you can choose to gamble that, no? Like in the first match and my third match, in which you try 2 times in a row, hoping for the opponent not to have an answer. And if he doesn't have the answer, then you probably, I mean, you're really close to win. Okay, let's say it that way. But at the same time, if you screw your double evolution, super evolution, and maybe your opponent still has 1, and maybe you don't have the answer. So I mean, you don't have the answer. I mean, it can be annoying. So I mean, I don't know. Just 4 matches, hard to have a feeling, but it felt at the same time a little bit gambling, if you want to push, and also, but at the same time, also rewarding and impactful. And one more thing I want to talk about is the extra point. The extra point, because I went second 2 times. It was all random, but it ended up really nice. I mean, because I lost 1, I won 1, 2 interrupted. I played first 2 times and I played second 2 times. So regarding the extra PP point, I mean, I think it's nice, but it felt a little bit like a gimmick. No, let me explain better. For instance, now I tried once to use it. I tried 2 different strategies with my extra PP point seconds. In one game, I used my extra PP point to get advantage as soon as possible. And instead, on the second game, I tried it to use it on bigger cards to get more value and squeeze the value a little bit earlier from more demanding PP demanding cards. So in the first game, I think I used that on a 2-cost card, played on turn 1, and which gives you the impression that from defending you go into attacking, because in the first turn the opponent has 1 mana, but you have 2. Okay, in the first turn, if you want to use the extra PP on the first turn. So you drop a 2-cost creatures, and it gives you the impressions that you are attacking. But then on the turn after that, you keep going back behind, because they want to have the, well, let's say, not really mana advantage, but let's say, the mana is still 1 step above you, is the other player. So, it sounds at the same time both like a little bit a gimmick, or let's say it can be a trap. That is probably the best way to tell it. One moment. Sorry. But I talk too much and some drink. So it can feel like a little bit like a trap. Or better, if you're not, I think practice will tell you when to use this second point. And I think there would be several strategies, maybe put pressure or take a bigger creatures earlier or whatever. But I think I still like it more than having 1 more card in Shadowverse, in the previous version of Shadowverse. And I'm a complete knob, so take all this with a grain of salt and whatever. You don't have to stress much. Then other consideration about cards, and mostly Portercraft card, and medical grade assassin. Wow, absolutely wow. Because this card, you can use it late game, and I've used it late game to get that 0-cost puppet to kill someone on the board. It's a really good removal. And if you have more puppets, yeah. I heard that Noah was nerfed, because used to act differently. And I think it's something like the current crest or leader ability. But again, I'm a super over-fuckingly knob, so don't. But it still felt really powerful, because I had the chance to draw this both in my second and fourth match, the one that were interrupted, and I was building up some nice boosted puppets in my hand to get down and turn the tides in when needed. So it says was a good card, absolutely. I didn't have the chance to play Olivia, not even once, because I think when I got it in the end, I was waiting or something like that. I don't know, but I didn't have the chance to play Olivia. Even if I demand, I couldn't play it. But I played Liam once. That felt powerful too as well. And Leah, I hate her. Because the opponent always had her when I didn't have any, and I always draw her when I didn't need her anymore, like really late game, And well, not really hate her, but I think that I would have loved to have more Leanne in my mulligans or whatever, but no, that didn't happen. And not particularly impressed by Puppet Theater, but I'm a knob, so you shouldn't really give me much attention. But absolutely good, very good, impressed. What with Fildo, what with the medical grade assassin. I think that the medical grade assassin is better than Fildo, because, I mean, you have to use an evolution, and if you have already used your evolution, I mean, Fildo is not a removal anymore, while Medical Grade Assassin is a card removal any point in the game, so really, really, really good. I mean, Orkis, I told you, I mean, game changer, absolutely brutal. Mecha Cavalier, also a card that shows your presence, and Divine Thunder 2 is also a nice removal. I've used it to remove a Nemesis, and yes. And also, let me see if there's some other cards I placed against that, I mean, give me... yes, there's this fucking dragon that you can target it. Which one is it? Let me see if I can find. Yeah, probably Little Dragon Nanny that does the Defiled Dragon well. Okay, Jesus, this card, fucking annoying as fuck, because it's not a stealth like the previous Shadowverse, in which after you use your stealth, I mean, you can attack it. This is annoying, 100% annoying, and to kill this thing, I had to use the Zeus, the Calamity, the Zeus card, the removal, because I didn't have any other removal, so I have to use Divine Thunder to get rid of this, which is a waste. But I couldn't use the Medical Grade Assassin. I didn't have Fildo, and before I could remove this small whelp, he also evolved the whelp, and he was hitting me for 3 damage, and it took me 4 or 5 turns before I could get rid of this. So this card, absolutely wow. I mean, no way that's a 2-cost card and you get this fucking whelp that you can't attack. I mean, seriously, I mean, Intimidate is fucking OP. I mean, seriously. I want more Intimidate in my Portercraft. In my Nemesis, please give me more. And I mean, this absolutely, if you tell me the card that stuck you most in the old dragon deck, I'll tell you Little Dragon Nanny. I mean, I can see really a place for this card in expansion to come, because the whelp, it's annoying. The annoyance made in person. I mean, you have all these things, and if the opponent doesn't have an answer, I mean, it forces, let's put it this way, it forces a hard removal on this card, because you can leave this alone. Now, because it's maybe you could have a huge counting card, but I mean, that was not the case for me. So, but anyway, annoying. Intimidate, annoying. Let me see if I remember some other card from Abyssal Craft. Well, of course, I remember some card from Abyssal Craft. I say, the Reaper's Deathlash, annoying. Absolutely annoying, because I mean, it's just one mana, 1 PP. And yeah, no way. That was it is Earth. And also the Bone Mancer, this card here. You think it's garbage, but then when you kill it, it drops through skeletons. So I mean, it is annoying, because you have to get rid of 3 creatures, because it then drops to skeletons, and usually you don't have to so the skeletons tend to rest on the board and then do stuff later turn. I mean, really annoying card. And bronze. I mean, probably. I mean, I'm a noob. You don't have to listen to my impression, but that's it. So I think that covers almost everything for the card game, right? I'm still recording. Yes, it seems like I'm still recording. So let's hope this video gets through. And yeah, that we can go to the next part. I will show you some Dreizehn merchandise if you're interested, and then we go into the giveaway. Let's swap to the full view camera. So, because I want to show you some merchandise, and first of all, Dreizehn stickers. Why not? Really cute, aren't they cute? And mine. All mine. You're not getting this. Absolutely no way. These are mine. Dreizehn's all mine. We got to get things clear here, huh? There's no way you will get any Dreizehn from me. Yeah, okay. This is all my Dreizehn, my love. Okay. Then also we have this one here. This is from the drink shop, and back and front, and The thing is, this is random. I mean, while there was the Dreizehn themed drink, which you can check on the website, which is the bluish one, it didn't guarantee you to get this one. So you had to take 3 drinks, and because maximum 3 drinks per person, otherwise you have to do the line all over again. But I was lucky. I got one between this. So I mean, this is gorgeous. And in Japan we call it that coaster. I don't know if it's called coaster in the English or United States as well, which is when you put your drink on. But I mean, I'm not going to put drink on my cute Dreizehn, and that's it. And then we also have one moment. We have the this is card sleeves. This is another goods that they sell, that card sleeve for Shadowverse Evolve. And it's a pack of how many? This written here, I think 40 or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, Dreizehn 10 card sleeve. And the thing I love most that I'm about to use soon is still packed, but let's open this together. Let's do the classic unboxing that you see in the videos, the video unboxing. Okay. There's something, yeah, it will take a little bit, but let's do the unboxing together. Maybe I need a scissors. Some scissors probably would be better. No, but I think I almost got it. I almost got it there. Maybe scissor time. I should have done my homeworks and open this together. What's the point of unboxing if we don't unbox this together? And this is my new mouse pad. Okay, the first one is gone. Good. I got the first one out of the way. Maybe I can open the second one from the inside, probably. No. This requires some more work. Sorry for the wait you do, but unboxing gone wrong. Probably that should be the when unboxing goes wrong, and you can use this video for epic unboxing fails volume 1 or whatever. So okay, I almost got it. Yes, I thought I almost got it, but I didn't got it. Yes, so I guess I will have to brutally destroy this. Maybe we can open it on the back. I don't know. Oh yes, we can. Would have been 100 times faster opening this from the back, but let's see. I'm almost there. You do scissor times. Let's do this. Let's do this with scissors. Okay, I give up. These things won. Okay, finally. Should have used a scissor for the very beginning. And that's it. It's mouse pad. Comes with protection. Maybe I should show it this way. With Dreizehn. Can you see this? Oh yes, probably. Better put it in front of the camera, something like that. Yeah. Really nice mouse pad, which I will start using from now. And Dreizehn, right? Dreizehn forever. So let's go to the giveaway, and because it's giveaway time now. I've tortured way too much with Dreizehn, I guess. So we can go to the giveaway, and it's not much, so don't expect wonders. But there's a limited edition card from promotional card. So I don't think it's a playable card because it doesn't have any description. It's more like a promotion card, and don't ask me who it is. Ryle, maybe you know this. I don't, but that's for you. And we have another coaster, but this time with Esperanta. So if you're an Esperanta fan, well, that's your occasion to get it. And also Maria Maris stickers from Maria Maris. So how does the giveaway works? In case you're wondering, you subscribe to the channel with a like and a comment. Okay, I will pick one of the comment. and then we will try to get in touch or using Reddit username or Discord, and I will ship this to you. I will ship this to you for free, of course. Air mail, but no tracking. So, I mean, good faith, but I won't be able to track this because that would be really expensive, because maybe you live in the United States or you live somewhere else in the world. I mean, I don't know. I will make good packaging. I'll send it this. I will ship this with normal air mail. I don't know how much it will take. We hope it is in good faith that this will reach you. I hope this will reach you, and that's it. And you will have to trust me with your address, because I will have to ship it and whatever. But the good flip side of the coin now, there would be my address and name in the envelope. So let's say, well, of course, the privacy or whatever. But how can I ship this to you if we don't exchange an address? There's no way that can reach you. So if you're interested, okay. But anyway, even if you're not interested in the giveaway, if you would like to drop a like or a subscribe to the channel, that would be great. That would be really great. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next video. And long life to Dreizehn. Bye.